Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Here at Mad About Skin, we're passionate about helping you to get the most out of your skincare. So if you haven't already, now's a fantastic time to click that link below, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and you won't miss out on any of our amazing future content. Now, with today's video, we're tackling that most pesky of skin problems: purging. That reaction that you get when you switch from one product to another or introduce a new product into your skincare routine, and it causes that breakout. We're going to talk about why it happens, how to tell the difference between purging and allergic/acneic reaction, and what we can do about it. Well, first of all, purging is caused by the introduction of an ingredient which speeds up cell turnover. So there's a lot of myths around purging. I've suffered with it in the past, so I know how difficult it can be and how depressing it is when you change a product that's designed to improve your skin and it gets worse initially. It only happens with products which are designed to increase cellular turnover. So we're talking retinols, vitamin C's, AHA, glycolic acid, mandelic acid, exfoliators, and BHA, salicylic acid exfoliators. These products work by increasing the rate of cellular turnover, which can cause an initial purge sensation in the skin. So what is purging? Well, under our skin, we have various different layers. Within each layer, we have comedomes, which are just collections of either bacteria or dirt or dead skin or anything which are waiting to erupt to the surface as those white pimples, dots, breakouts, whatever you want to call them. They can erupt as cystic acne, but it's much rarer in terms of purging. Normally, it just erupts in the forms of those little tiny white dots, which can be quite annoying, and you often wonder why you're getting them. The key thing to remember is these were going to come to the surface anyway. None of these products are increasing the rate of these comedomes which sit below the skin. All they're doing is bringing them to the surface quicker and often in one go, whereas otherwise, if the cellular turnover wasn't increased, they'd be coming to the surface more gradually and in a phased way, if that makes sense. There's quite a few misconceptions around purging. A lot of people feel that some products will cause a purge, such as niacinamide. Now, I've seen this all over the YouTube, all over the web, that niacinamide is a product which can increase cellular turnover and cause a purge. It can't. Absolutely, it can increase an acneic reaction. You can still have an allergic reaction to it. It's quite acidic in its formulation, so it can cause a reaction in the skin, but certainly not a purge. So that's one misconception. A lot of people ask me how you can tell the difference between a purge and an allergic/acneic reaction. Well, the easiest way to tell is a purge happens by bringing those comedomes already under the skin to the surface quicker. So you'll often see a purge happen in areas where you've already got an acneic breakout. So if, like me, you tend to get acne on your cheeks here, that's where you're going to see your purge. And in fact, when I do purge, that's where I see it. If you get it along the jawline, expect to purge along the jawline. If you're getting an acneic reaction across the whole face where you don't have acne across the whole face, that's not a purge, that's a reaction to the product. Similarly, if you're getting it in areas where you don't normally get acne or breakouts, again, it's a reaction to the product because it's bringing the comedomes to the surface and you don't normally have them in those areas, and therefore, why would you suddenly see an acneic breakout in that area, if that makes sense? So you really need to work out whether the reaction that you're seeing is a purge, which is perfectly normal and a natural initial reaction to some products, or an allergic reaction, in which case you absolutely need to discontinue the product and switch to an alternative. Like I say, the key way to do that is to see where the breakout is happening, and that will give you an indication of whether it's a purge or a reaction. Also to patch test behind the ear. I say this with every single product. If you patch test behind the ear, give it 24 hours. If you haven't had a reaction, then that's going to significantly reduce the chance of you having a reaction to a product when you apply it to the whole face. And you can kind of write off then the chance of it being an allergic reaction. A lot of people ask me how to prevent, stop, or delay purging. Well, you can obviously do that by decreasing the strength or the frequency of the product which is likely to cause the purge. So in the interest, say, take a retinol, if you use it every other night instead of every night, then that's going to slow down the rate of cellular turnover increase, and those comedones are going to come to the surface slower. Ultimately, I think the purge is going to happen. It's bringing things to the surface that were already going to erupt anyway. And I kind of think you might as well get it out of the way in one go. Bite the bullet, get rid of it, and then you can start seeing that fantastic skin come through afterwards. So I don't think you really want to delay a purge. I think you want to let it happen and then move on. Another key question is, how often should it happen? Well, once you introduce this product, it should happen within about 2 to 3 days, depending on the strength of the product. Of that product happening, you should start to see that purge. and then it should dissipate after about 2 weeks. If it's going on longer than 2 weeks, there's an issue, probably an allergic reaction. It might be comedogenic, clogging your pores. There's a number of things going on. So a purge should happen within the first 72 hours and should finish within the first 2 weeks. It should then never reappear. You've brought those comedones to the surface, that's it. You shouldn't keep having that purge regularly, because then it's a sign that the product isn't working for you or there's a problem with the product, if that makes sense. In terms of delaying a purge, like I say, there's ways to do it, but I just say let it happen, go with it. It's cleaning the skin, it's getting rid of the stuff you want to, it's erupting it all in one go, and so then you can live your life hopefully with better, more gorgeous and shining skin thereafter. Another common question you get is, if you stop a product then start it again, can it start the purge again? Absolutely, if there's a significant time lag between the finishing and the restarting of a product, particularly with something like retinol. You can often see that if you leave, say, 6 months between finishing it and then reintroducing it into your skincare routine. So you need to bear that in mind when you stop a product, that you're going to have to go through the same process you had at the start. Another question often gets asked is, do I always purge if I use active ingredients which increase cellular turnover? No, I actually very rarely purge. I tend to get it if I'm using a retinol, particularly a high strength retinol, but other than that, no, I don't get a purge. It depends on the person, the level of comedones under the skin, and some other factors that are going on. I always think if you're unsure whether it's a purge or a reaction to a product, let's look to see if there's any associated redness, white bumps, milia, pimples, things like that. It's unsightly, and it might affect your confidence, but it's not ultimately causing too many problems. If you have flare-up, redness, dryness, itchiness, these are all signs that it could be an allergic reaction to the product as opposed to purging, so just look out for that. Like I say, with these things, like a lot of things in skincare, it's trial and error. I just want to get on here to tell people about what purging is and how to look out for it, but more importantly, which products cause it and which don't. So if you hear things like people say niacinamide will... No, it's not going to cause purging. It could absolutely cause a reaction in the skin. It could absolutely cause a localized sensitivity. It could create some acne, but it's not a purge in the traditional sense. So we need to dispel that myth. Same goes for a lot of cleansers. People say, if I use an oil cleanser, will I purge? No. Why would you purge? It's not increasing the cellular turnover in the skin. The purging happens when the cellular turnover is increased in the skin. So you're looking at your AHAs, your BHA exfoliators, your retinols, your vitamin Cs, and anything else which works by increasing cellular turnover. I hope that makes sense, guys. And again, I hope you found this video useful. If you need any more information at all on purging, or you're unsure as to whether what you're going through is a purge or a reaction, send me some pictures on Instagram. My handle is @skinmad, so follow us on there. Send me some pictures, and I'll definitely be able to give you some advice on that. If you want to know whether you're using a product and you should expect a purge, leave me a comment below. Happy to answer. And I'd love to know what product caused you to purge and how long it took to get rid of that. So if you could share some of that information, leave it in the comments below, and hopefully it'll help other people work out whether what they're going through is a purge, is a reaction, is just part of their acne journey. I think that would be really useful to share that information. So if you leave a comment below, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Coming up tomorrow, we have our review on Dermalogica, the brand, so look out for that. After we did our best of the US skincare, you guys were begging for a specific full brand review on Dermalogica, so that is coming up, so don't miss out on that. And of course have our Korean skincare extravaganza in a couple of days time, so make sure you look out for that. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll hear when those videos launch. Leave a comment, share your purging experience, give this video a thumbs up because it really helps our channel. We're growing all the time and we'd super appreciate this. I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you who have subscribed, because we've now smashed through the 3,000 subscribers barrier, and honestly, it's overwhelming, heartwarming, and fantastic. So thank you so much for all the support and the love that you've shown, guys. That's it for this video, and until the next one, wherever in the world you are, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.